how extensively can you turn the shit up to? Because like I've never got a chance to like actually talk to somebody who's hacking.
I can turn it up to the point where I barely just have to. I just have to give direction. Go in this direction,
shit.
and it'll do. Yeah, it'll do 180s, 360s, auto fire, auto aim, 0 recoil, 0 spread, any weapon you want, any skin you want, any operator you want.
So you also have like the hacks that were going on where people were dropping into lobbies with people and like instant unlocking everything and all that shit too, right?
So it's actually great that you kind of brought that up, because this is how you know.
What's going on today, YouTube? So today we're gonna have a real talk. We just had Activision tell everybody that they're coming out with the anti-cheat and that they are going to fix the cheating problem. Well, 3 days before they dropped the new Season 5, I wound up having a random fill fourth who was a hacker. He dropped 30 kills in one game. We didn't even realize it until the end of the game. And I've got the game in here. I've got it all chopped up so you all could see kind of what was going on that game and kind of when we realized. And then everything took a strange turn. So this guy was actually really chill, really cool about it. He actually had a real conversation with me. And we kind of asked the questions that I think a lot of you all might be interested in knowing the answers to. How it happens, how many accounts they have, how the banning process works. He specified websites, but all of that is blanked out because I'm not here to encourage hacking or anything like that. I just had questions that I really wanted answers to, and a lot of my chat on Twitch had a lot of fun with this because it was really informative, and I think you all might enjoy it as well. So if you do like this video, please do drop it a like. If you are new here, please do drop a sub. It does mean a lot. We are a growing channel. I hope you all enjoy this, and we're gonna see how well this works for Activision's anti-cheat, because I don't know if it's gonna work with how everything was just broke down to me. So I hope y'all enjoy, and I will catch y'all in it. Just type in your Activision. He'll get you added in, and we'll get you brought in here.
Or, go on the Discord. I can find you that way too. I wasn't really paying attention, I'll be completely honest.
I killed him. Well, I downed him.
Thank you.
There's one in here.
Where at?
In the wee room with the bed in it.
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
One. Got him. You push. I just got Sigma'd. He's absolutely terrible. You're shit, mate.
He's that.
Gas is closing in. Friendly loadout drop on the way.
All right.
UAV overhead. I'm taking hits.
Where from?
I just got sniped by Control. I think it was Control. That kind of direction.
Gas is closing. Get to the new safe zone.
I just ego shot the fuck out of that. The teammates close by our muni box. Muni box. Get him. Chunk, I'm calling back.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Good shit.
Get back to it.
care about no anti-cheat at this point. I just want to be able to vault through a window without having to fucking melee it first.
Hold on.
Get recon on my buy station. I see it.
Somebody buy another one.
Wait, who's precision?
Rotating through prison.
Junk, buy another UAV and pop it, please.
Friendly
And then drop me a little bit of money.
I got an extra UAV in pocket. We got a whole team down here
Oh,
by
Marco.
tents. We're down here.
UAV is bingo fuel. RTB for resupply.
Oh, I still didn't buy.
You on roof, yeah?
Yep.
I'm coming.
Take it,
Jake, our Rando is on 19 kills.
Oh, so we might be dealing with a cheater. We got one under us.
Yeah, he's
Closing
cheating.
in. Relocating the safe zone. Fire sale is active. Buy station cost you nothing.
I mean, it's content, right?
This kid just got absolutely shit on. Cause like
Yeah, he's
I'm
22.
smoking right now.
Where from?
Do that again.
The
thank you,
same
Jack.
team down up.
Yeah, he cheating. He cheating his ass off.
Yeah, well, I've no plates. Oh, I have.
There's a satchel out there. This guy's on par for a 30 bomb.
Enemy cluster strike incoming.
Clustered.
Oh my god!
What?
Taking fire here. There's going to be a reckoning.
You good?
Our teammate. Look at his fucking kills.
9 targets remain standing. Sort
Yeah.
them out.
I mean, he's on par. That's what I'm saying. I'm not entirely sure I want to stay in this game.
Hostile spotted.
Because he's cheating his ass off.
Where is he?
There's just no way he isn't.
He's full
Down
sending.
here.
Coordinates acknowledged. Contact front.
He hasn't died once. He hasn't spent any money.
Hold up, hold up.
Maneuvering.
So how long you been hacking for, homie?
Tally 1.
Jack, oh Jack.
I don't know, probably somewhere close to 6 months maybe. Finally got fed up.
6
Gave
months?
them a year to get there, at least. Yeah, give them almost a year to get their shit together.
Yeah.
And since they don't seem to care about us, I'm not gonna fucking get sniped out of the sky one more fucking time by a hacker.
Go kill something.
Not happening to me. Not
I-
anymore.
I mean, I'm not
Not
upset at
Not
you
after
about
I
it.
spent $700 fucking dollars on this goddamn game, bought everything you could fucking they were selling, did all of it. Yep. All I wanted was a fair fucking fight. Nope.
I mean that's a lot of issues that I've been having with it as well. So what all hacks do you have, if you don't mind me asking? I'm not sitting here trying to get pissed off at you or nothing, but what all hacks do you have?
I don't care. Let's see. Walls, aims. I can tell you that the guy that's right there around the corner, his name is Rook. He's got an OTS 9. There he is. 37 meters from here.
Holy shit.
2 contacts over here.
Stay sharp.
Damn, so it literally just tells you everything then, huh?
Yep.
That dude might be hacking as well. He actually like locked on to both of us.
Yep. Aimbot,
So-
wall hacks, everything. Items. I can unlock everything in the game.
Damn. Alright. You mind if I invite you to a lobby after this so we could talk to you a little bit?
Sure.
Okay. Let's get through this, and then I'll back out and I'll bring you into a lobby. Because I'm also a content creator, so like, I want to kind of hear your opinion on everything.
Oh, I was a content creator until they took my channel down.
Yeah, I bet.
I was doing all the reviews of all the different products.
Right. Well, I'm gonna shoot you an invite to the lobby after this. Give me just a moment. There he is. Okay. What's up, man?
Which one? No.
So, like, now I'm just gonna let you know you are live on Twitch. Like, I'm not gonna try to hide anything, but like, what all?
Perfect, man. Shout out to the channel, right?
Right. So, like, what all? How many accounts do you have? First off.
My God, I think I've burnt through more than 120 at this point.
Jesus Christ. And like,
well, it depends on how. So let me just give it to you, right? So it depends on how you play it, right?
Okay.
Almost every, almost every single time I get into this, right? If you rage too hard, you get banned real quick, right? You start getting like I am, level 12, dropping 30 bombs.
Right.
And the automated system kicks in at some point right around level 20, and you're raging up to that point, and then you get a soft ban, shadow ban, and then you wait a couple days, comes back to you, run through it again. But I do have a couple of accounts that are like Prestige 3, Prestige 4 that I play on, that I just real soft and casual, like really light aimbot, just narrow walls, meaning that my radius for wall hacks are really close, like around 100 meters. So it was almost as if you could have heard him anyway, right? So
right.
And then just be chill, just don't like rage off, and you can last forever in this fucking thing.
Now, how extensively can you turn the shit up to? Because like I've never got a chance to like actually talk to somebody who's hacking.
I can turn it up to the point where I barely just have to. I just have to give direction. Go in this
Holy
direction,
shit.
and it'll do 180s, 360s, auto fire, auto aim, zero recoil, zero spread, any weapon you want, any skin you want, any operator you want.
So you also have like the hacks that were going on where people were dropping into lobbies with people and like instant unlocking everything and all that shit too, right?
So it's actually great that you kind of brought that up, because this is how you know Activision doesn't give two shits, right? They could care less about guys like me in this, and there's, by my estimation, all right, since January of this year, I had a YouTube channel called The Warzone Hacker where I did all the reviews for all the different cheat products.
Yes, it is, Taylor.
Everything from ran down the whole list. There's probably a half dozen, and I would go back every 2 or 3 months and just do a review on updates. Oh, they added this feature, they added that feature. It's almost educational in some way. Well, Activision finally got wind of it, and so I put a video out on what Activision should be doing to stop this, and then they issued a bunch of copyright strikes. I got 14 in the same day, and they tore the channel down.
Damn.
Yeah.
On how to combat against the hacking situation.
Yeah, because I had 42 videos up there on how to do it, and only one on how they should stop. So here's how you know Activision doesn't care, right? They've had 18 months to fix this, which is, quite frankly, not a difficult adventure and not expensive. However, the one time that somebody creates a cheat that unlocks everything for everyone on the map, oh my God, that shit was patched in 72 hours.
Well, yeah,
it's gone. Yeah, well, because you're affecting revenue now, right? So they could care less if you were to be hacking right now as a Twitch streamer, if you had 100,000 viewers or 1 million subscribers or whatever it is, if you were to be just kind of soft cheating, like not too obvious, like Shroud or Bobby or whoever else I can call out that I've caught red-handed, any of those guys, they could care less, man. It just directs. Any advertising is good advertising, even if it's shitty advertising. They come through and they do these ban waves. It don't matter, dude. Within 60 seconds, I'm back on a fresh account. It makes no difference. It doesn't matter. All they get is another write-up in another game magazine that they banned another 100,000 players. How many we got to do this, right?
Right.
So I've added up. So I have memberships all over the place to all these different hacking sites, right? And once you're a member, you get to see like the total count of all of the total number of members. And so I added them all up. There's over 1.5 million cheaters in this game at any moment on any day of the week.
Holy shit.
Yeah, dude. So out of 100 million players, you're looking at roughly 1.5 to 2%, which is actually quite high, of people that are in the game cheating all the time, nonstop, just rolling through accounts like I do. I finally got sick of it, dude. Back when Stadium still had a roof on it, I finally got sick of it. I was like, this 12-year-old kids keep sniping me off the top of prison from Stadium with a Car 98 with no scope on it. Fuck this. This is stupid. Just tired of it.
Now,
frustrated. So,
now, how? So you said you've been hacking for like 6 months or so, right?
Well, at least since January. So what is it now? August?
So 8 months. Yeah. Okay. Now, what? Can you tell if other people are running hacks?
100%.
Like, does it pop up on? Does it pop up on your screen that somebody else has an external application open?
No. It's not like that. See, when I run around the game, I get to see a 3D box around the enemy player, and I also get to see the enemy skeleton outline. So when I'm running around a building, so I can tell when they're prone or crouched and which way they're facing. So when I'm running around a building and I'm watching him watch me through the wall, then I just kind of turn, I do a little teabag, he does a little teabag, we both know we can see each other, and then we just run off in different directions most of the time. But yeah, dude, you can kind of tell, because when you're doing it as long as I have, you can tell by gameplay. Like I'll land at prison and I know I'm alone, and all of a sudden I get marked as a target, and I see two people coming from a direction, but they split up and they're both looking at me and they're watching me, and I'm in the mid-level, and I know they don't know that I'm down here, and then you can just kind of tell, like, oh,
thank you for the babies, man.
I know they're at least walling.
Pick a card.
And then as soon as you break cover and you start taking shots, because they drill you into the ground. It's like you're done and dusted before you could even remember what happened. So yeah, you can tell. You could definitely tell. And I come back for those guys because I can see their name, and I can see their weapons and what they have, and their health and all. So I usually come back for them.
Now,
I like doing that.
One thing that I've always had a wonder about, because I've seen people that look like they're hacking when they're running an AR or a sub, which could be striker packs and shit like that. But then they get their hands on like a sniper, and they can't land a single fucking shot. Are there hacks that like are AR and sub exclusive, or like is it just kind of everything?
Yeah, so it depends on how you tune it, right? So tonight I was using N, which is a real elementary, entry-level, very easy to use tool, and you get sort of sliders, so you can adjust how fast and hard your aimbot will snap to the target, right? So if you were spectating me at all, you would have seen that I had this thing turned up to the max because there were two other hackers in our game. So
what now was that guy who killed me and Chunk in that building? Was he hacking? Because I'm pretty sure he was.
I couldn't tell. You guys were too far away. I was still on the roof when I heard you call that out.
Okay.
So anyway, like I was saying, so you can choose to use the aimbot or not, right? Some guys don't do the aimbot because it's very obvious when you're using one.
Right.
Some guys just choose to use the walls, and they just turn on no spread and no recoil, right? So they might be a decent shot, right? Like, let's say you're an average or slightly above average player. you got like a 150 KD. Let's say you're just above the average line, right? And you know you don't really need the aimbot, but you just want the advantage of knowing where people are and being able to, not have a ton of recoil and not have a lot of spread on your fire. So you get an AR like the Krig, you put a 3-time on it, and that thing's lit.
Right.
You don't need any other attachments. You can focus all of your other attachments on your ADS time, on your downsight time, rather than having to worry about underbarrel for stabilization. So you don't have to care about how stable the weapon is. You can just go in there and say, all right, I'm going to pick this, this, and this because that's going to give me the fastest ADS time, and that's all I really care about is getting the gun up quick because I want to be able to break cover, run, take the target out, and then leave without having to, worry about the weapon coming up too slowly. So a lot of guys do that. The soft hacking community is quite large.
Yeah,
I run a Discord. I run a Discord channel. I got I think it's 3,500 members in it, and every single one of them is cheating. Every single one of them is. And this is what we talk about all day. So mad.
I mean, here's the thing. I've been hacked on. I mean, fuck. I've got a YouTube, and I've even got a video up on YouTube and Warzone where I watched a dude drop 69 fucking kills. Like I've seen.
Yeah.
Some of the worst of the worst. I'm top 2% in regular Warzone, and I'm top 1% in Rebirth. Just as you saw earlier, when we were playing, like even though you were pulling a lot of the kills, I was still fragging out pretty well. I just like it's strange to me. I know, in all honesty, there's a lot of people who run striker packs. I know there's a lot of people who run modded controllers. I know there's a shitload of people who are running hacks. Now, out of personal questioning towards you, somebody who has been hacking for a long time, if they were to come out with a legitimate anti-cheat and, restabilize everything and take away just skill-based matchmaking in pubs and make it to where it was pubs in a ranked mode, would the community as a consensus, do you think, actually start to go back to regular gameplay, or do you think they would try to find workarounds because it's just become so accustomed to them now?
Right. So part of the challenge that Activision has right now is reputation. They've let this go far too long.
Right.
I've been in the IT security business for almost 30 years. I am 50 years old. I'm a father of 4, divorced, remarried, and grandfather. Okay?
Wow.
I can tell you. Well, I've been an avid gamer all my life, dude, since the 80s. I'm never putting this controller down.
Right.
You will have to pry it out of my cold, dead hand. Anyway, Activision's let this go on far too long. For the first few months, I think people could understand, and people would have been a lot more understanding if this was September of last year, and Activision said, "All right, we got it. We got the anti-cheats in place." I think that the community would still be quite robust, and Activision would still see significant revenues from this. Keeping in mind that Activision is an $8 billion company, and 25% of their gross revenue comes from this one title. To put that in perspective, World of Warcraft, right, is, as we all know, one of the most popular games worldwide. That's only $500 million. This thing brings in $2.5 billion.
Right.
Okay, and this is a free title, right? So, just to kind of put that in perspective, Candy Crush, right, which they now own, every stay-at-home mom in the world is drinking a bottle of wine and Candy Crushing all day. That brings in about $600 million. This is $2.5 billion, right? That's 5 times the size. Anyway,
do you think a lot of the reason why they allow the hacking to stay in there, though, is because a lot of the hackers, when they come in, if they're not able to unlock certain variations or shit like that, they buy lesser tier range hacks, are buying fucking blueprint packs and shit like that, or is that pretty standard to get camos and all the attachments and everything?
No, man. When you download Engine Owning, you get all of that included for the one low monthly price of about $25 a month.
That's it.
It's so.
That's it.
Yeah, it's so. That's it, babe.
Holy
it's so
shit.
ridiculously cheap. Yeah, man. If you just go to, you'll get redirected to their other website. And if you just browse, because they got all the games listed, right? It's like 12 or 15, 16 games. And if you just go find the Call of Duty, Warzone one, and just hit purchase, and you'll see there's like 3 different, subscriptions. Now, there's no difference in the tier. Okay, it doesn't matter which one you buy; they're all the same. It's just a matter of time. One is 3 days, one is 7, one is 30. Right, so you can go for whatever flavor you want.
Okay.
Anyway, so you guys know Overwolf, right? So everybody runs, the Warzone tracker. Everyone runs Overwolf if you're playing on a PC. And Activision sort of started to have a problem with Overwolf and the Warzone tracker bits because they don't want other players seeing the stats of other players in the lobby. And,
Yeah, that's just like why they
thought-
tried to block COD Tracker immediately, but they wound up allowing it to come back.
Right, and the reason for that is quite simple, because the evidence is obvious, right? Activision cannot and shall not ever put together and develop an anti-cheat software application like Fair Fight, right? Or others that are like that. Nothing should be having to be installed on your computer. The anti-cheat solution should be 100% statistical based. Just mine the data. You have Activision. You have all the fucking data in the world. Got all the data on every player.
Anybody over 6 or 7 KD should instantly just be banned because even the top players in the world are sitting at like 5.
It's superhuman.
5.5s.
Yeah, man. It's just ridiculous. When I'm dropping, I've been running on this Jack Reacher account all day. This is a previously shadow banned account. And I got it back this morning, and I've been running on it all day, dropping 20s and 30s. I don't know how you can do this for 6-7 hours and just not get banned. This is so ridiculous.
Because it just throws you into shadow ban lobbies, and here's the other thing that I have an issue with about the hacking. Like the legitimate hackers are so. They're everywhere. They're just everywhere. They're in every game mode. They're doing everything. But the biggest issue with it is throughout all of that, they're literally causing such an issue for just players that are cracked the fuck out, where somebody sees somebody slide into a building and drop 2 people, and you're getting fucking reported for hacking, even though they just got outplayed. Because there's so many hackers you just don't know anymore. I get shadow banned all the time. It's
the default de facto standard now. Anytime anybody gets a lucky shot,
yeah,
you're automatically a hacker now. Right? So that's what I was saying before about reputation with Activision. They've let this go so long that and it's 100% greed. This is the kind of behavior you get in a company where executives are paid based on margin and profit margin, where their annual bonuses are hinged to profit margin. They do not want to spend anything more than is absolutely 100% necessary in order to produce the title and get it out there. And they're happy with the free advertising that you give them.
Well,
every time somebody writes an article, every YouTube channel in the world, all the famous guys talking about hackers everywhere. Look at Tim. Look at all the other guys.
All publicity is good publicity.
Exactly. And so they love it. And so this is what happens when you've got a board of directors in a publicly traded company where the only thing that they give a shit about is revenue and more margin. And they just could care less about the player or the customer. And now that we all know, they could care less about their female employees and a whole bunch of other nonsense and shit that's going on there. But
and I don't even know. The blanket title of that lawsuit is Activision, but a lot of the company in question is Blizzard. But that's neither here nor there. That's something we'll find out a lot more information as the case persists. But
through that,
I know that since Blizzard is falling off as a company per se, because like WoW is not as big of a title as it used to be. It's not bringing in as much revenue.
Right.
They're going to grab the biggest blanket company that they can, which is Activision. But the primary company that's in question is Blizzard itself. But all that dirty laundry will be aired out throughout this case, and they've already openly stated that this is going to become a full-blown case from the state of California.
Well, I hope it does. I mean, this title and this franchise, because of the actions that they've not taken here in Warzone, this title and this franchise forever is going to be tarnished. It's going to take a real second coming.
Well, and now we've got companies like Treyarch and Ravensoft that are also putting their names in question with a lot of this shit as well, because they're putting themselves in a position where they're actively helping companies that are causing so much issues that it's causing cases for a state against a company. And the reason being because of females committing suicide, because of how bad the work conditions are. So, I mean, like, I'm just going to put it to you 100% straight. I hate the fact that there's those of y'all out there who are doing this. But I do really appreciate you taking the time and like actually like sitting down and talking to me about some of this shit, because you see the show all the time and like you'll watch people soft hacking or just full blown hacking that just won't even answer their fucking headset and they won't talk to you because they're like trying to hide the fact that they're hacking, and it's like, dude, I'm watching you. I know how good of a player I am, and if I'm watching you do shit like that, chances are, unless you're a name that I know, it's not legit. Like, and even some of the names that I know, like if I saw Z-Laner in a fucking lobby with me, I'm even sus of him because of how often he looks at his second monitor, knowing exactly where people are. Like, there's just a lot of shit that's happening on a day-to-day basis that's extremely fucking sus. And
well, I mean, I've got an always-on UAV. I've got
really.
I can auto ping all targets on the map as they get within a certain range, so that the rest of my teammates know where they are. There's just an endless list of things I can do inside the title that are very non-aimbot, soft, low hack type procedures that I could play with a group of guys, and we're going to win 3 games in a row, and I'll get 3 or 4 kills, and you'll never know. You'll never know. I just won't turn it up. I won't be sniping dudes out of the sky. Right?
Now, what makes you decide to turn it up?
Well, these are shadow banned accounts that are going to be perma banned in a couple of days anyway. So what the hell do I care?
Right. Now,
I mean, I just jump over to TO, get a new disposable email address, head over to .com, and get a new phone number, 75 cents, grab a disposable phone number that I can use to get the text message to respond back with my code, and I'm off, man. It's done.
Wow.
It's literally 60 seconds.
Now, okay, just personal questioning. Like, before hacking, what was like your PR? Do you even remember anymore?
I'm so pretty average player, 098, maybe 120 on a good day. I was absolutely not a rock star player by.
So somewhere probably like 8 to 12, somewhere around there, just kind of having a really fragged out game.
No, probably 4 to 5.
No, I mean like your PR, like PR base, like on an average player base, you probably at least got up to somewhere like 7 to 10.
My personal legit record was 14.
14? Now, what's your PR with all the hacks?
58.
Holy shit.
Yeah, cleared the lobby, right? I mean,
in Warzone, that's over a third of the lobby.
Yeah, but it's not hard. See, because when you understand how the game puts you in lobbies, so I would go into I would get a freshie account, play 3 or 4 games.
Pretty much, demons.
Die out with 0 or 1 kill, and that's prepping the stats, and then I would immediately jump into a quad, so that my 020 my .20 KD is now applied and balanced, divided across all 4. So now I'm in a bot lobby, right?
Right.
Without a VPN, without any of that bullshit. I'll just downgrade myself to a bot lobby, and then I'll just land at storage and go crazy.
Wow.
And just turn it up and start sniping out of the sky. Just picking kids off every which way you can find. And moving, you got to have a vehicle. You got to keep moving. Because the more time you spend running around looking for somebody else, less time you got to get them.
Right. Well, man, I think we're going to get back to running it. It was really good talking to you.
Got the mojo deals, we been tripping like the 80s. Pulling out the coupe at the lot.